Hello, sweet Stampin' friends. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to give y'all like a few moments for the notification to reach you, especially if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you're not, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my live videos. Last week, I wasn't on Friday, but I came on, I think on Tuesday, or was it Wednesday? I don't remember. And I shared a really cute project, beautiful project for your Easter crafting, making a cross treat box. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, go back, watch the replay from last week, probably what I say, Tuesday or Wednesday last week. I did email the project sheet on Saturday as part of my regular Saturday email. So you can go back and find that in your email if you're part of my email list. But don't worry if you can't find it. I will include it at the very bottom of this Saturday's email. Just scroll all the way down and then you'll find last week's project sheet there for you. Hello, Paula, Kelly, Lori, thanks for joining me. All right, so I just got back from on stage on Sunday afternoon. I got to tell you, talk about a fun weekend. I always love going to on stage every year, but it is just I went in on Thursday afternoon thinking we had all the time in the world, and it's Sunday afternoon, and it's like, where did the time go? It was just so packed with so much stuff. And I try to keep up with emails and messages, but if I forgot to get back with you on something, just please kindly just send me a message saying, Debra, please, do this or that, or whatever your question was. I think I caught up on everything, but I may not have. And if I didn't, just let me know and I will. I think my on-stage brain is starting to I'm getting back my normal brain. All right. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. So anyway, hello, Karen. Hello, Liz. Thank you for joining me. Okay. I have a lot of fun things to share with you. On stage was great. I did place my product purchase premier order. So I do have some of the new annual catalog product. Not going to share that with you today because time just won't allow that. But maybe I can hop on next week and do well, I've already opened the box, so it won't be an unboxing, but maybe I could share some of those new products with you. I did want to let you know that the new annual catalog will be launching on May 6th for customers, for those who are demonstrators. Some people not all demonstrators are aware of this. Normally in the past, Stampin' Up! Has mailed your free copy of the annual catalog. This time though, it will be in your first demonstrator pre-order. So you can start pre-ordering from the annual catalog and the new online exclusives coming in May on next Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. So when you place your pre-order, this will be in it, okay? You don't have to order pre-order items. You can order anything in it, but starting on March 25th, that's when Stampin' Up! Will start putting those catalogs in your demonstrator pre-order, okay? So it's not coming by mail from Stampin' Up! Now, if you are a customer and you would like to get a copy of the annual catalog, I will be posting a link probably next week, and I will also be sending an email for you to sign up to get the catalog. If you are part of my Sweet Creations Club or have placed an order with me in the last year, then I will be happy to mail you one for free. Okay. If you have not placed an order from me before, or you are not part of my monthly club, I do ask you to pay $10 because this is a thick catalog and it is costly to mail and it's a little more expensive than our mini catalogs. But for those who are paying the $10, I will include a $10 coupon for you to redeem in May with your first order. Just get to recoup the fee that you paid. All right. All right, so that will be coming here shortly, but I want to share something really fun with you. So I kind of goofed last week, and you'll probably saw that I kind of spilled the beans a little bit early about our crafting cruise. I'm doing a crafting cruise with Melissa Faust and Julie Salva in October 2026, not this year, but next year. And we had been putting out hints and everything. Well, I goofed and I accepted the invite from the cruise coordinator for their Facebook event. And when I did that as a co-host, it automatically populated on my Facebook page. So I spilled the beans a little bit early, but y'all had kind of already guessed it anyway, that it was a crafting cruise. It will be from October 18th through the 25th of 2026. It will be departing from Galveston, Texas. I live in Texas. I'll be driving there. And there are the ports of call is Roatan, Honduras, I don't know how to say that, Costa Maya in Mexico, and also Cozumel. So we are encouraging, think about it, look at your calendar, plan a vacation. This could be a family vacation, this could be a girls' trip. We're encouraging you to go on ahead and sign up now and put down your deposit. The reason why is the cruise, the travel agent we're going through, it's called Cruise and Crop, and they only have a select number of staterooms at a group rate. And so we want you to be able to get the best rate possible for the room category that you would like. It is, you'll have to look at the link. The link is bit.ly/stamp in sale. You can go there, you can get all the information on that. If you have any questions about the pricing or the deposit, you can contact Cruise and Crop and they will be happy to answer those questions for you. Now there is, of course, the cost of the cabin, the deposit on that, and then there is a $265 craft fee, of which you will need to put a $50 non-refundable deposit down to reserve that craft space for you. That craft fee will include 6 classes designed by me, Melissa, and Julie, as well as a t-shirt, a bag, goodies, lots of goodies. We want to spoil you, and surprises. All right. So we know that you have questions. We've already gotten some great questions already that we're like trying to answer, but also to making a list of those. We're going to have a Zoom Q&A on this coming Tuesday, April. Is it this coming Tuesday? I think so. Maybe not. It's on April 2nd. Maybe it's the following Tuesday. Yeah, it is. It's the following Tuesday. Wednesday. That is the wrong date. Sorry, skip that. It's April 2nd. I'm going to look at my calendar here. Telling you, a little bit of on stage brain. So yeah, about a week and a half, right? It is going to be on Wednesday, April 2nd at 6 o'clock Central Time. There is a link, and I will be posting it here shortly in this video description, that you can sign up. We're asking people to sign up for the Zoom call, even if you're not able to join us live. The reason why is we don't want to publish a Zoom link on a public platform for anybody to hop on, okay? Because we can have some really strange people who are not crafters, right? You know how, there's those people out there. And we want to send that Zoom link to you privately. Also, too, if you're not able to join the live Zoom call, then it gives you an opportunity, one, to be able to ask questions in the sign up, but also two, that we can send you the recording afterwards. So if you have any questions, you're thinking about going and joining us for this crafting cruise, then sign up for that Q&A and get your questions answered. All right, let's see. I have a list here. All right, so last week, I already shared this with you, made a really cute little treat box like early last week. You can go back, watch the video. The project sheet for it will be at the end of tomorrow's email, which goes out at 3 o'clock Central Time. And then on Tuesday, this is why I have Tuesday in my brain. Okay, so this coming Tuesday, March 25th at 2 o'clock Central Time, do the math if you're in a different time zone, will be my March craft along with the beautiful butterflies bundle. The hybrid embossing folder, I just checked, it's still on back order. I know some of you are waiting for it, but it is coming back in early April, hopefully sooner. But come join me on Tuesday at 2 o'clock Central Time. I will be here on YouTube. You can join me to make 4 projects. Those who got the project kit, I sent you, I think yesterday, or maybe it's going out today, an email with the guidelines to prep your supplies and also to the PDF tutorial, okay? And so go on ahead, prep your supplies. I am going to do a little bit of the embossing and die cutting, but a lot of it's repetitious, so I'm not going to be doing all of it. So you'll want to have those pieces ready for when we craft on Tuesday. So I hope you'll join me. Now, if you would like to prep your own supplies, you are certainly welcome. I do have the PDF tutorial in my PDF store for $10 if you would like that. Or you can just hop on and just join us for the craft along, and it's totally free for anybody to watch. Now, for my April Sweet Creations Club, now you can kind of tell I'm really loving this Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper. It is so beautiful. And so I wanted to continue using it for the April Sweet Creations Club using the You and Me Everyday You and Me bundle, which is what we're going to use today as well. along with pairing it with the beautiful butterflies hybrid embossing folder. It makes 4 cards and a treat box. You can subscribe monthly for $43 and get each of my Sweet Creations Club kits each month. They do ship by the middle of the month. To sign up though for the April project kit, you will need to subscribe by April 5th. Also, too, if you want to just, the cost for that monthly is $43. If you just want to try it for 1 month, though, you can do so for $48 a month. And it does have the pre-cut cardstock supplies, as well as about $21 in consumable products that you can use in your projects. You will need to own the bundle in the ink pads and your adhesives to be able to put the projects together. Or if you want, as you see, they use flowers. If you have flowers and sentiment sets that you want to substitute with, you can do that as well. All right, so let me share with you what we're going to make today. All right, so today we are going to make a beautiful home decor piece. I thought we would combine the Beautiful Butterflies hybrid embossing folder as well as the Everyday You and Me bundle. So I'm going to share with you, one I'm actually using is I think it's about a 6x6. I don't really, no, it's got to be bigger than that. I know the interior measurements are 6x6, maybe 6.5, possibly 6.5 by 6.5. Happy House Plants frame from the Happy House Plants kit. And I wanted to show that to you. It is currently unavailable. It is part of our kits collection. The good news is it says it's unavailable, which means they're expecting it back most likely. But if you already have this, or if you find one of these at your local craft store, you can make one very, very similar to this. The Happy House Plants kit includes 4 of the frames and the supplies to make 4 really cute, just simple little house plants framed prints with the mats on top. Let me go back over here. Where am I? There we go. All right, so I'm just going to show you. Now, it doesn't include the sentiments. I added that, but I just wanted, and I added the bling, but just wanted to show you kind of what you can make with those 4, with that kit. It's a really fun kit, but what I love about it are the frames. And so we are going to be using this frame along with the Beautiful Butterflies bundle. That's going to be our focal point. Let me show you. There's another set of dies there. And the Everyday You and Me bundle here. And so we're going to be using that along with one of my new favorite die sets, the Everyday Arches, and the Everyday You and Me Designer Series paper. Now, what I love about this paper pack is I'm showing you a 6x12 sample here, but they do come 12x12, and you get 4 each of the pattern prints, which is awesome. You get 4 of that, 4 of that, and 4 of that. Plenty to work with, which is what I love about it. All right, let me go ahead and get everything put up, and let's go ahead. I'm gonna get my supplies and let's get started. So the first thing I did is I'm gonna open up my frame. And what I love about these frames is you have a place if you want to hang it, or if you just want to display it standing up on like a shelf or like a table. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to gently pop open, which I've already done most of them, these little tabs so that I can pull out. Now I'm choosing not to use the acrylic piece because I want my butterfly wings to be able to stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm removing that plastic piece, and I'm going to insert a 6x6 print from the Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper. I love the check print. I think it makes a really nice background. And I'm going to put everything back. So that's the only thing I need in there. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to put these back. Just kind of push back those tabs. And then what I'm going to do is I've already die cut from the Everyday Arches dies. I use the second largest die, and I die cut out a large label in thick basic white cardstock. Some of this I have prepped ahead of time. Some of it I will show you how I got to it. So what I want to do first is, before I put it on, is I want to stamp my sentiment. And I think that this Love Every Moment is just perfect for something to display as a piece of home decor. So I'm going to use my pretty peacock ink pad, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment. This is from the Everyday You and Me stamp set. There are other ones that you could use as well. There's a nice space there for you to customize with whichever sentiment that you want to put on here. So I'm just going to stamp here at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is, while I am here, I'm just going to go ahead and get all my stamping done. So I'm going to take a piece of thick basic white cardstock. I am using Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, as well as Wild Wheat. Now these are also the same colors that are used in the April Sweet Creations Club projects. Okay, so let's see. I need to make one of the large. So let me go ahead and do the large real quick. I'm doing one large flower. And then I have, let's see, I have a little medium flower here. Nope, that's a small flower. I need a small flower. And then I have this right here, just some little flower, little cluster of flowers there. That, okay, so I am done with Pretty Peacock. So Pretty Peacock is going up. Let me clean my stamps because I'm going to have to repeat some things. And now I'm going to stamp the items that are in Lost Lagoon. Okay, so for the Lost Lagoon, I need a large one, large flower. I love these big, bold flowers that are part of the Everyday You and Me stamp set. They're just so vibrant. Okay, so I have that. Then I need a medium one. And there are two medium ones that I could use. I really doesn't matter to me which ones I'm going to use. They look very similar. Do that. And I think that's it. Okay, that's all I need for Lost Lagoon. And then the rest will be in Wild Wheat. Okay. Let's see. I need a small one. Small flower. I need a medium flower. And then I need right here the little cluster of flowers. All right. So there you go. I wanted to provide you a visual. I have already die cut all these out ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me die cut each one. But I want you to be able to see so that you have a visual for which ones to incorporate in your project. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. And let me grab my die cuts here. Okay, so there are all of my flowers. Let me just make sure, do a comparison, make sure I have them all. Oops, one's trying to hide under there. Don't hide, I need you. I need to use you. All right, let's see, medium, medium, that, and that. There we go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm gonna pop up my flowers and I'm also too gonna pop up my arch. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's do the arch first. Okay, let me make sure there's the top. And so I'm just going to kind of position it just a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom, and I have that good to go. All right, so now I'm just going to go around my frame, and you can use as many of these flowers or as few of these flowers as you want. I try to take kind of the middle of the road and just add like a little bit in each, in the opposite corners. Let's see, so then I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to pop it right there. Oops, that's going to go under. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue for this gold one. Just put it on the leaf part. and I'm going to tuck it underneath in between. And then I'm going to add my small one right there. And then now I'm going to work in the opposite corner and just kind of repeat the same thing. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're doing the bottom one is if you want it to sit, you want to make sure your flower is high enough. Otherwise, it's going to crush your flower. It's going to bend it. So I need it to kind of be like right here along the bottom edge. And then I'm going to add my medium wild wheat one right here. Going to add my small one here in the lower corner to finish it up. And again, kind of pay attention. You want to make sure that it doesn't go below the bottom of your frame. And then the last thing I'm going to do like I did in the other corner, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue along the leaves and tuck it in between right here. So basically I was just kind of mixing in the pretty peacock, the lagoon, and the wild wheat. Okay, now the last thing I have to do is to do my butterfly. So I am going to pull out my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine so I can show you how I did this and how the embossing folder works, because it's such a cool embossing folder. So let me move stuff out of the way. Now, if you have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, is what I love about it is one, the compact, how you can flip up the sides here to have it compact for storage, but also too, I love the plates that come with it because you have all the plates you're going to need for die cutting with thin dies, as well as using embossing folders. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and you have this awesome, wonderful cutting guideline here, or embossing guideline. Just follow the plate recommendations that they have on there, the plate numbers. And I'm going to be using my thick embossing folder. This is called a 3D embossing folder. This is a hybrid folder. So I'm going to be able to cut and emboss at the exact same time. So to do that, I'm just going to follow the guidelines here on my cutting guide, which tells me for a 3D folder, I need to use the base plate, which is number 1. And then I need to use the adapter, which is number 4. So what I'm going to do is I will stick this in here. I will position, let's see, I need the Lost Lagoon. So I'm using Lost Lagoon for my cardstock, and I need my die. It would be very helpful to have the die, wouldn't it? Okay, so let me grab the die from here. I'm going to take this die right here, this outline die. And what's cool about the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I actually need to do it this way, is you can just lay your die down, and you can feel it when you are using it in person. It actually kind of locks in place. And then what you'll do is once you have your die set, you will put your piece of cardstock on top, and then you will close your folder. Now, you want to make sure that the fold of your folder is going into the machine so that it doesn't buckle when you run it through. So I'm going to layer it with my top plate number 4 and run it through. All right, so this is so cool. Look at this. So it die cut. So I have the die cut here, and it also embossed. Is that just not like so cool? So, so beautiful. I got ink on my hands and I have no idea how I did that. All right, we are stamping today, so maybe that's why. All right, so while I have this out, I am going to use the outline die to die cut out my top butterfly right here. To do that though, I do need to change my plate configuration. In this case, I need to use, I'm doing the top one, which is plate number 1, then plate number 2, and then I have my cards, and then I have clear plate number 3. Then I'm going to have my cardstock, my die, and then I'm going to top it off with another clear plate number 3 and run it through. Okay, because it is a detail die, I'm just going to bring it back just to give it another pass through the machine to maybe cut out anything it didn't get the first time. All right. There we go. Looks like it got a clean cut. All right, so this is a rather detailed die, so I want to be able to get all those little pieces out. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use my Take Your Pick brush tool. It's really cool because you can just add it to one of your broad end of your Take Your Pick tool. You've got a little pick on one end, and then you can, there's a lot of adapters you can put on this other end. You can flip this one over and you got a little spatula. There's all kinds of really cool little things for this Take Your Pick. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush out as much as I can rather than trying to poke them out manually, because that would take me a while. Obviously, I would do this over a trash can, but I wanted you to just kind of see how easy it is. And then I'm just going to brush it to the floor and I will clean it up later. Okay. So now in your dies, you have what are called ejection holes. And so what you can do is you can take the tip of your Take Your Pick tool, pop it into one of those holes, and that will help you to be able to pull out your cardstock from the die. So that's a nice and easy way that you can get all those little pieces out. And then what we're going to do is I've already die cut out the body. So the embossed piece was in Lost Lagoon. This outline piece was in Pretty Peacock. And then the long body is in Wild Wheat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to put these pieces together. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just along the body part here on the outline piece. Line it up with the body section on my embossed layer. Kind of press down, hold that for a second. And then I'm going to add glue on the body and then just line it up right here with the body. And you kind of tell the little antenna, they line up with each other. And then we're going to come back in. I'm going to bring my home decor, my framed piece back in, and I'm going to add dimensionals, which they are around here somewhere. All right, let me grab another set. I have, oh, there they are. There they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just dimensionals here on the Lost Lagoon piece. And then I'm going to pop it up on my arch right here. And then I'm going to take my wings and I'm just going to kind of gently lift them up so it looks like my butterfly is flying. There we go. All right. Last thing I want to do is I'm going to take the gold dots and add just a little bit of bling here. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to do this? I'll add a little bit here. And one more right there. That way we can just kind of tie in some more of that gold coloring that's in our home decor piece. So this is just another project I did using the Beautiful Butterflies hybrid embossing folder, pairing it with that beautiful Everyday Happiness bundle and making just something really beautiful. This will make such a really beautiful spring gift for your friends. And so next week, all right, so I will be back next Friday. Now, if you, let me back up before I get into next week. So if you were part of my email list, you will get the project sheet for today's project with all the supplies that I used, measurements that I used today. They're really, really simple. Most of it was just the die cutting and stamping. And that will go out at 3 o'clock Central Time on Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. Now, if you come across this video later and you subscribe to my email list, because my project sheets are an exclusive perk of my email list, when you get that welcome email, you're welcome to say, hey, could I please get the project sheet for the butterfly home decor? And I would be happy to send it to you, okay? You just need to be part of my email list to be able to get that. All right. And so next week, I am going to do a project that I haven't even designed yet, because how many have something that's been sitting on your shelf for a while that you haven't even touched? I think we're all guilty of that. And so I thought I've had this Layers of Beauty sitting on my shelf. It's a bundle with stencils. I think I've done stenciling like a single stencil, but I've never done the where you layer it one on top of the other to be able to make a really pretty project. So I'm gonna learn how to do that this week, and I will share it with you. So if you have not done the stenciling before with the Layers of Beauty or any of the other layering bundles that we have, then come back and join me and we'll learn together, okay? It will probably be a very, very simple project because this is a new learning curve for me, but I'm really excited because I've seen so many beautiful projects made with this. All right, guys, I'm gonna go back, check and see if there are any questions. I think I've addressed everything that I wanted to. As you see, I am on YouTube. That is because I'm using Restream, and Restream is only allowing me to stream to one platform right now. And all right, Mary Jane, you love the Layers of Beauty. Do you already have it? It's been sitting on my shelf. It needs some love, right? So hopefully I can give it some love next week, next Friday. Hello, John, Julie, Glinda. All right, Marla. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back next Friday. I have a lot of emails going out between club, between the crafting cruise, the Q&A on that. There's going to be a lot of emails probably hitting your inbox. That's because there's a lot going on right now that I don't want you to miss. Also, too, requesting the annual catalog. I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to register to reserve one. So, because I'm going to be placing the order for the catalogs here shortly, and I want to make sure that I get one for you. And mail it with your club kit if you're part of my club, or send it out later. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I hope that you'll have a wonderful, blessed weekend, and we will see you next Friday. Bye, guys. Take care.